have you here because I've mentioned your name over and over on this platform, and people were requested. People were requested. Then sola T-Smalls, yan mi ka request T-Smalls mo so Smalls mabay na. Nga nuyu viewers yi sa gaay ñu la xaar.
I nuyu ñep ñu seetaan right now, you know. Togu baa ngi tànga right now already.
Waaye xangal ma jaaxal Smalls yow affaire si dafa demagut fenn sax nga mel ni ku bëgg a caali non lii du ko
Charlie xanaa nga faade Katato nga page
dama la bëggoon a tag de normally I tag artists su ko defee basically my followers would know your pages and then follow them, and I kept doing at T-Smalls but it's not working. They get Katato nga def
Katato Suso but there is T-Smalls though, that's the page T-Smalls.
Your live page is what I was trying to tag.
Yeah, but it's alright. We can do it here.
I can do it later when the show finishes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that because after the other people will come and watch Nine Kalige and all of that. Yeah. So Smalls, my bye lang you viewers see, you guys, you dalal la Agies corner, guy again dalal T-Smalls na Agies corner.
I knew you guys, everybody watching Katato in the building. You know what time is that? New if you buy son and actually my by Howard there, so
Smalls, mangi gis ne yenen Gambian artists tamit ñu la setan, you can send shout out to
okay, big up to everyone, my people.
Yeah.
You know, can I say that
I saw Cecil watching, I saw Agie
watching. My sister, you know what I mean? Big love.
And I saw Inyasi tamit mu ngi setan momi duga na ci
General Mango guest last weekend, you know. Big love to my people. Biology, mala big up, you know, biology, Mindham, Maenyo, Mangsion, Germany, Mindham. Be on fire, we're coming.
Smalls, so what I will first ask is, it's normal to ask everyone this, then we're gonna have like, who is T-Smalls SUSO? Like, where did you, for judo, for Yaro, for the May school, up to the point that before you started music, and then we go to your music career? Because many of us don't know our Gambian artists.
Artists, yeah. Born in Prt1 Suso, born and raised in Bakau, Newtown, my school in Bakau Primary School, and then from there, St. Augustine's Junior to St. Augustine Senior. You know, I'm not to break along the way, but them go to because them repeat grade 9. Not because them fail, but because some results wasn't satisfying to some dad, so I have to repeat it. So madam go to for 1 year, and then later to St. Augustine's, and then St. Augustine's, and then I enrolled to Gambia Multimedia Institute for 2 years, and then I enrolled to Gamtel for 4 or 5 years. You know, yeah.
So what were you studying in this institute? Langa study when you were in this institute?
I was doing project development and business communication, of course, IT systems. You know, so I got like 4 or 5 diplomas for this, and then later I enrolled to Gamtel.
Hey, yena daflu. Anga wana le sen Gambian artist fi nga de gis accountant fi nga de gis ni ay air hostess.
But yeah, music doesn't mean that come doing. Dingan gis ko am waro na mun na president, so mun ko artist. It's just passion, you know. It doesn't mean you don't have to do it.
That is why normally it's Hotseat be mad. They like the same background, like what you have, you guys, like your level of education or what you guys did or did before, so that people would know you guys. Because randomly, sometimes I just ask a question about an artist and say answer it, and you will get something. So yeah, they get to know their artist.
From the grade 9 student, you watch a lot. I'm in choice when you don't do music.
Smalls. Many people know you of T-Smalls, Baba, and Katato. So why the name change before you do kasi Arbi? Why do you call yourself Baba, T-Smalls, and Katato?
T-Smalls is like the official artist name, Bumajil, T-Smalls SUSO. And why T-Smalls SUSO? The T stands for trouble. You know, I got that name in school. Trouble. So when I started in Eco Artist, I was like, okay, this name it's fitting already. In school, they call me Smalls and they call me Trouble. So I just joined it, Trouble and Small. So it's like T Small. So it's like T Smalls. So Suso is like my last name because I came from a very rich and family of musicians, you know, culturally. And this last name is like core name, so ne Susorek. Even some of them so when you say Susorek, they will know that he Gewella and he comes from this type of family. So that's the reason why I had to add the Suso there. You know, and Katato man ni dañ mako daan oye do bakaw. You know, Katato. So when of course when I say Arby, you got AKAs, you know, also known as, you know, so I start to name put the AKA, also known as Katato. But then for me it was more like Bugmo Katato Nekasumatul. I wanted it to be sort of like a brand or some other small label or anything to do with then the Nako Oil. So I start attaching those names to these things. So automatically Modelo Simon, you know.
Yeah.
So it's more like Katato ENT, Bubu is more of the entertainment body. Anything we're doing with production goes with the name Katato ENT. The time it clothing brand like Soko buy healthing, I guess. Big up Jai be the conqueror, you know, Papa. Manta I'm not come there Papa, you know. And he's watching right now. You know, so yeah. So Katato it's more like my business name, my brand, my label name. And my entourage name, you know, Gambia. So Kunyaga Small Boy, like he's answering to Katato, you know.
So where did you get the Baba from?
Baba too. Lolu started in BK. To be honest with you, I mean like Jaibi right now. I'm calling Jaibi Baba. You know, Papa. You know, he's like the godfather of the whole BK city. I'm guess it right now, and I'm happy he's watching. You know, so he was more like the king, and T Smalls was the prince. You know, so of course at some point, I'm on a lot of young ones behind me. Nyam Tam, Nyam Nizul, Nyam Mafia. You know, so they also start to give me that respect, like Papa, you know, and Limu escalate. You know, it just escalate to everywhere in the industry, even the older people. Nyuma Maxa, Nyuma Oya Baba. You know, I appreciate the respect. You know, it came to a level. Suma Tursa, they keep saying Baba, you know. But that's so much love from Gambians. You know, I respect them. I appreciate that.
Smalls, Lolo, I'm not up. So then we're gonna have like T Smalls. What inspired you to be a musician? Because as you just said, your family background, but sometimes you're from a Gilead family, and you said, "Now I don't want to be a musician." So even though you're in a Gilead family, growing up, did you look at someone outside a musician or a Gambian musician, whoever, or a brother or family member that said, "Hey, you can do this," and I think I can push you? Or I look at someone and said, "I can become like this person." So how did this music and singing get into you? But stop pregnant. I want to be a musician.
Yeah, I'll say it started from home because I come from a house where all you see is just music instruments littered around the house. I'm to understand. Like we make kora instruments, we make djembes, we make balafons, you know. So my grandfather, he works at the tourist market, so it's a daily thing to make instruments, you know. Then they joke new dog dari nagi horseland, you know, cut them into pieces, you know, like a ras guy and so on. Like basically we make choras, you know, when they not the fat chora, you know, that instrument. So yeah, I could do it. So it's more like you wake up and see these things in the house, you know what I mean? So naturally come if they connect you with whether you know it or not, you know. So and at some point, I mean, then they play Shikirbi, you know. We have I remember one summertime indoor, I was seeing loads of great musicians and artists. I mean, like, you know, like, they're really, really important to Gambia when it comes to Gambian music and Gambian history, you know, because Kirby I'm on ban, you know.
Yeah.
So the national troupe of the Gambia were playing in my house, you know, Yam Jolly Jalibai, Kajapo, Jali Musa, you name them, they were all rehearsing in my house. So as a kid, my Agies Lulu and Balanyam you train and then they play and too, and stuff like that. So naturally music was just it was just in me, Why? Because I'm in school and I'm going to school with young ones who are not in this kind of thing. So much more focus was more on football. But it gets to a time, Buma started small junior school. I met other people, and you like music, and then my little mungi market. So we start to form teams, form groups. They make little rap groups here and there. They play in the house, music shows and here and there. And then naturally, man, must start the inspiration to just want to be a rapper, not a Giriat at home, but
I was
a
gonna,
rapper,
I
because
was even gonna come to that. How?
it
So
was
basically,
more like.
are you the only rapper in the family? Because if you look at your background and your history,
Mhm.
the history of your family, it seems like you're the only rapper in the family. Are you?
Um, Not really. Maybe the only one they know for now. But there are some people who are doing even better than me, and they are in the family. You know what I mean? Like I have brothers, cousins who are in France. Some are in America. Some are, everybody's doing different things. Some are playing instruments, but some are also singing like me.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, but rapping and this thing starts in school, with other people, with other friends. And I had this group in Bakote who used to be called Cryptics. So I joined this group, and this is when I started to know a lot of things about how to make rap songs or how to even make records, you know. But I never thought of uh, putting my family cultural stuff into my music. That came as advice from my family. If you want to do this, you gotta kind of represent us, so that will make more sense. Even though your music is kind of different from us. And from this day till now, then I start to involve the kora instrument into my music, and the language, the slogans. Like things that we do, I start to represent them into my music, so that it will kind of connect to my
Yeah.
family lineage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small slowly, I'm not sort of. So, like in your family, your being up say way, was it a wow? Oh, it's normal. Oh, you're young. You shouldn't have started singing. Demal basic kanam. Oh, it was just smooth. I'm a ben issue come what busel. Oh, even though you are from a Gilead family, was there any push and pull to say, nah, you shouldn't be doing this?
It was because Suma dad, I told you, like I needed to. And Suma dad, for him, it was like, you need to go to school, you need to learn, you need to know book. Even though mom gave not play kora, because that's like from home, you cannot escape that. As a kid, you need to know how to play it, or do rare or do any other job.
Oh,
So at
that's
some
it.
point, yeah,
Wow.
so at some point, everybody will know how to play at least the basic chords. So Muhammad Luluai, he was more of the educated type, and he was, my uncle basically, Kuma raised. So I couldn't escape education. I just needed to go to school. No matter how much I dodge school, I'll be kicked out. So I couldn't tell my dad that I was doing music. I couldn't tell my parents that I was doing music. So I was hiding. I had almost 28 tracks.
Is it?
Ben Musita Genesis radio and Dumade Nangush my parents guy. I was hiding, because I wasn't sure um what my dad was gonna say, because I promised that, okay, so my jail is school, then I can do whatever. I wanted to be a footballer. Mumlullah. So music, I don't know how he's gonna receive it. And this is not like I'm playing kora. I am doing like, y'all get out.
Ah,
So
gangster. They are
yeah,
gangster.
so at that point, I don't know, man. I wasn't confident to tell my dad, because time moving on social gain is high. So I wouldn't have they rap, you don't know, because you don't want people to even know you're rapping. You don't. Nekutandara, people don't even respect it. People look at you like, hi, ki mahamalumo, I'm gonna rap a more neck, ki name set lumo. But still, I managed to do that after over the years. After Majale school, I was working at Gamtel, and I was having my own money. But before Lulusa, I had to kind of run from home, like Daukir.
Is
got
it?
him.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
because of music. That would kill because I was doing music and I don't want my father to know it. So I was away for like 8 months or so. Duma dee ñibbi kër duma dee dem fenn Njaay bi knows this. He was benn di lañ toog rek mère bi ñëw si biir kër bi ñu nopp tabe pom pom bàyyi leen suma doom bi mu ñibbi
wow.
you know. So they were
Because most
looking
like
for me.
basically, who would have thought ne? You from a Gilead family would dinga go
Yeah,
through something. Not that I
yeah,
said the hot seat is very
sure,
important
sure,
because
sure.
someone from a Gilead family would be like, man, munuma understand ma jóge si Gilead family you must strict on something. But hearing from you,
Mm,
dinañ xam ne there's restrictions and
yeah,
boundaries even though you're from a Gilead family, which is really, really important.
yes,
So how did
definitely.
you survive? Yo, nga wara daw kër for they can for survive like eating and sleeping somewhere. Even though we know the Gambia we
I
accommodate
was,
everyone, but tell us your life outside your family during those 8 months.
I mean, like, I was, I was running away from home. This happened on two occasions. One I was still going to work. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so my dad was like, okay, me dog, but he was still going to work, so it's okay. He's not. I'm not a. Smalls will not be the one quit and the problem secure. So now so never here.
Mm-hmm.
Because time and a whole, but I know for the fact nobody will come when the Versace or whatever ugly. So he's a man, let him do his thing. But Mary couldn't understand it, so Mary came to look for me, to say you gotta go home. So, but at some point, my dad already had some songs on the radio, and got to go and I said, don't be like, and so people come to him and say, yo, he's so good, he's a styler.
Mm-hmm.
Javi was laughing about that. He said that's the only day your mom could separate our friendship. Yeah, because Mary was like, this time you cannot go back. If this is what you want to do, then you're giving her. You got to stay and keep doing it. You don't necessarily have to run away to say to pursue a music career. But for me, I was like, I didn't know nothing and go understand it because this is more like, not like Zulu. But they kind of understood it, and yeah, yeah,
Small, slow,
yeah. At some
understand
point,
it. Like seriously, I tell people I enjoy this show more than you guys because here is me knowing Small since 2011, 2012, and
yeah,
we've
the
hung
same.
out together, we've walked together, and
But
I
you never
didn't even know this.
asked me this thing, so now you're asking me because you
Exactly.
put me on the hot seat.
Small, listen. This is why I tell people. Steve Smalls have been in my house over and over and
Yes,
over and over. I've
sure,
been to
sure,
Steve Smalls. I've
sure,
been there with you, walked with
sure,
you, and I don't even know
sure.
all of this. Shame on me. Shame
Yeah.
on me.
Well, dang man, I don't
Smalls,
mabala time. Man, lura ka nahari.
duma la baalal because I'm li xew ñun ñaar no dafa neex si moo tax ma la dalal xam nga show bi dama dee. And you know what people tell me this is the only show where they see Gambian artists joke, laugh, and
Of
they
course,
free enjoy
this
like
is
be
life.
themselves, and I like it. Small
Boom sound,
then we're gonna
big up
yo
boom sound, big up, big up, big up, big up boom sound. But mama
eh,
gya finega, I mean important ya finega te.
yo Small's la isidi danga dof manam
Aji nga
Small's la
yam,
isidi danga dof.
aji nga yam. Hol, ya proset, ya
Artist yep, I'm
proset.
Fifi. Feel like I did tell. Small, then
Anyway,
we're gonna have as a Gambian artist. I always say so many people look up to you guys. And if I look at Facebook, I see people that name themselves Trouble Smalls or T Smalls.
yeah. Mbali
Even
yun nagdismulo lo ma art.
yeah,
Manem
I
mbali
even saw
yun
that.
nagdismulo lo ma art.
Yeah, I've seen many people, even this young guy that sang, Mr. Chill Sumadika, that sang that song, used to call
Yeah,
himself
too
T
small,
Smalls. Yeah,
Johnny. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
Yangi, I'm artist, you have made look up to you. Smalls, then we're gonna have your journey as a musician. The two smalls because even though you're from a Gilead
Very
family,
fun.
your family
Yeah.
must have had instruments yep you so new and joining. Why then we're gonna have even though it sounded so smooth for you to be a musician that am I galankor your hamne amon goko come you had to struggle to make it in the industry, had to push, had to sit down, lekulo amulo pass, what are them training. So take us through your journey from the beginning to where T Smalls was like T Smalls to your hit point, like your
Wow.
struggle. Mm-hmm.
As you Yumberton, you know what I mean? I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, come, uh, imagine, like when you start and nothing was there, like nothing literally, like you only want to do it, but you have nowhere to start at, But like yala mom daf den when it comes to create a destiny, dina la final way. Of course, do make a easy road, But I'm grateful that I got people, along the way, the shady way, what to do and what not. Like the brainstorm click, group Bumaglan, they used to be like one of the people who were here when fugitives, born Africans used to be here. They're different nationalities, Nyum and Jika want how to even write lyrics, how to go to the studio, And of course, after ni ngaham colleague is about how to get the songs done, the music videos done. So at that point, that I cannot even have cash for myself because I'm on them school, and of course, man won't see it. So it's more like that I save sa pass, like some what in your fay pass from Westfield to Shumakil, the ma spare no save that money and then my dog. Just to keep having little money for my studio time or even to make a record song, So no danka. I remember I got like $600 this one time. See flop me, and this studio is in Backwater, they call this guy TJ Aden Studio, I remember he used to record for 1,005 or 2,000, something like that, man, 600 laham. And I will go to the studio, my talk for like the whole day, and then Sukena again, my tears from 600 bisi punta like DJ. And the guy will just tell me hara because these people pay more than you, the mahar guys. I made 2 hours, and these 2 hours will never happen. Then when you be kid,
Bro, you struggled.
In many occasions. But yeah, from one song, so they may be mom nanguna at some point record alma. That's why I'm saying this because I have to be grateful to the people who even make me hear myself as an artist, because 600 will more time a day that's my bopa. I will continue because it will be play then mama will, So that confidence actually got me here, And along the way today easy, I remember the times when I'm gonna move it easy. So when already people hear the music and now they know you, so now you gotta prove something to like more things pour guy hamne diga ki mun nako or ki mu get definitely. So legi lul mo na hare nak, and then you start the dev shows to Gohbe, like sometimes 6 people will come, 5 people will come, and yeah, like see how do you call it, the center for Bakote, like then I'm a community center. It's a community center BKB, we used to do shows there, but sometimes few people will come, just swing boy extra people and doing there I'm Harlis, but we keep going, I would say my biggest struggles will be when I was hosting Sunu Musical, like Bumaran Sunu Musical, because this is like, okay, this time I've already been able to do shows for myself, but now this is not a show for all it is most. This is a show for Gambian artists. So it was more like the baby open mic. So the thing is like open mic was hosted by Wagana Expiles. They're of the bigger Magon, and they were able to get sponsors. So man, I was the artist trying to replicate the same kind of thing they're doing, but in a smaller scale. So this was the trouble, because then I have to do everything for myself. So Lulu wasn't easy. We have to struggle a lot to get money everywhere. Among jobs, most of it, I have to separate it, give half to the family and half to my music. But we are here. Give thanks. It is what it is.
Lolo, I'm not solo tarab. Yo, along the line, your saban song of more hit that peak to say to sell you as a musician. Beniti yep hamne oh, this is T-SMALLZ SUSO, and it went viral. Your band song at your during your career being a fuckness that sold you out.
Yeah, I would say gis nga yow. You know, yo gis nga yow. Yo problem nga
Yeah.
buga. Yo problem nga buga. Problem nga buga. Yo gis nga man jama la buga. That song actually. There were songs before that I knew feature control. I Mayano, and the list goes on. But Gisnaya was something that the street picked up because time over no time it. They don't watch the track sheet, but they were not saying lo hamna like Ken dukodan wax. We were saying stuff that ni yanko buga dega lo hamna ni dukot nyamenya dega si tracks, you know, like kind of album be again Africa can do si gender, you know. We were saying things like that. We were saying I'm so opotelo the what opotelo jamble like Thomas Bass, you know, things stuff like this kind of make the people interested to pick that song, and that song became like one of the biggest songs on the streets, you know. I think that song, yeah, that song Kisnayo made it for me.
But if you
That
ask
made
me,
people know.
if you ask me, man, I love my favorite song of you is Nitko Gata Daf There Body Problem. I do sing, man, every time. Every time I sing it, I did a body problem or something, and this song is always on my mind. Like, I don't know if because I'm a gata, I don't know, but I just love that song. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, actually, look, grab more happening because it was like people were listening. Then you want to change formation, déglu kat bi, you know. We came and then we start to say stuff that the people really wanted to hear. You know, I think no more. So it has the comic side. Hey, yo, but it's funny too, you know. So I think no more you start to follow what we are doing. I'm interested in what we were doing.
Small lolo am na solo trop come your songs is it na lyrics yep yo yako de binda, or some you work on them, write them, some your management team, or you have another artist who comes into your music and you guys sit down and they help, or every song of yours, every lyric yo yako binda?
I could say 95% of my songs Marco Binde.
Okay.
And I would say the 5% is more like Munna Neka in a studio with the producer, and he has ideas, of course. One head is better than two head is better than one. You know, it could be a friend also kumane, bro, degluli I kinda because suma I kinda inspired them one way or the other. You know, so then they munna you never bro degluli, you know. Come recently like I go on. The lady take idea it was from a friend, you know. So things like that they munna maybe me I'm 4 lines already lo am na prepare nako. I think you can make good use of this, and Majil ko make good use of it. You know, I got a friend from Senegal to come na lolu mom tam they bina. So sometimes they muna talk like, yo, I think Linduro na come yore. You can make good use of this. So Majil ko madaf ko smogos, you know. And I worked with different producers. So Suneke is studio, Muna Neka Yosa, Sumaneke is studio back whoever. The model like Roma Muamane, I see it this way, and then Mandinako jail come maneka artist with Mama Defar Komuneka si art, you know. I like that. And I think I welcome also Kwame like Mungepina Mufil Smalls could do this. I will do it. Why not? I mean like it doesn't make me less of an artist. It only makes my work better, you know. Yeah.
Shout out to Magnificent Joe, Momit on all artists yep.
Yes, cha. Man mom tay wa dik na yo. Dama tax sit bi mu gëna tang bro. Yo.
Artist
yo problem nga bro.
La small di wa ak la ko aji di laaj.
No, yo problem nga buga bro. Yo suma koto yi suma draka yi ñem na fi andi ba.
I even saw someone among the Born African team. I think I saw one of them in the comment section too.
Ranking Fire. If it's Ranking Fire, that's my cousin.
SMALLZ lingawa am na solo torop. Why I did ask this question, because you're a big Gambian artist, and here we've had Gambian artists proudly fighting over doing Made Bindal song, and even in the international thingy artists, then they Bindal song, or you know people that are specifically exactly. So you have it to say that.
It only makes you tougher artist.
Yeah.
Drake, Greeny, they write for everyone. It's not Gambia lyric. I mean, that's where the industry is at.
Right. I
You
think
know,
it's
I
right.
wrote
Yeah.
for man. I wrote so many songs for so many Gambian artists, so many famous artists. You know, why man sa sumabo wa nyame nyumo coffee, but man
Yeah.
dina wale kida
Yeah.
magina or that
Yeah.
my snitch. But it's just because the professionalism is not there, like how
No.
we need to see it, or how we need to survive it. But it's not happening like that. So it's more like a lot of ego, so go ahead and the fact is but at the end of the day, whole economy, you also some music sa kena mo neka di record. So
Yeah.
it's a teamwork. Neko bena need mo ko def. Koko sula record ite yo tambe mo na record. So you just got it. Yeah, it's just how it is. It's been here before us, and you just don't wanna accept. Man na ma swing jolute binda send len mo ko na ko we. Suma de ote send len mo ko wan.
Wow, waga dega de. Si begitu ya we. Di bila bila ko janga we.
I
Eh.
think I suka bugut send len ko tweet small. I'm gonna sing it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Kita kan bisa yana sa dang de dem becang. Like it's normal. Lyrics si murir lah. It's
Like you
normal.
said, yeah,
Yeah.
like you said. No, actually, binda, you gotta be in the good space to write. So you artist it up there. I'm time boy, I'm not dinga a good space to write. Dinner
Yeah.
I'm time I'm not time. You're just on the run. Though I'm time to write. So what
Yeah.
we do should make us on the run. We just go to the studio, hear the beat now, and sing it now. But most of Lulu know that they're kind of like it can be good still. It can really be good. It can tell well. But the fact ute ko hamna the fact talk mu pen ko down mu helat ko. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even just much more songs you got songs you hamna the talk ma binde ko like Gewel. You can tell like the talk properly ma binde ko. Like Fenric is more like I had the beat and I'm like, okay, it could be this way, then I jump on it. I don't necessarily have to write. So you just need to know the difference.
I've got a question regarding Gewel Sikanam, so we'll bring it on to the show.
Cool.
Smalls, the next question is, basically, as a legendary artist, a father to the old and the new generation, we will just say that. Langa Fokne in the
Yeah.
Gambia, more neka the whole Gambian music industry be right now, look on neka the whole Benga Hamne, neko the reach international level.
Young people in position, young people who don't know the know-how, position be. So it's more like digital competition be kugena bad, kugena mun, kugena how time be, kugena kugena I'm sure mark, so that's the only problem we have. We don't understand Lee is a venture boham like Gambia yep munna si survive. You start ñu dumo baro say dumbo baro yow sa buñ sa halis. Because it's just a small country, 2.5 million people, and you know how much income music could bring into the industry, how much employment it could do. So it's more like young people who are in position. And man, Luther, I'm kind of angry though. I'm kind of mad at some people. I'm not like they were there before us.
Yeah.
You know me. I mean, we kind of trust those people. These people, do not sugarcoat. I'm just gonna say it straight. We have the blacklist.
That's why it's called the Hotseat. So
Yeah,
let it be hot.
we have
Uh-huh.
we have the blacklinks.
Sorry guys, ngeen xam ne Smalls mi ngi Gambia right now, nekkut Europe, so internet bi dinañ am here and there, you know what I mean. So ngeen baala ma suma kawas bi dama dee am cool fit. Kawas bi dama ko dee mën a sol simi ko, suma ko solee tànka bi tànga ba génne.
Has been restored. Okay, my internet be more than on that's
Okay.
the internet. I don't know.
Can
you hear me?
Call sometimes if they want to interrupt. So yeah, you can go ahead with what you were saying.
The more I can do more. No, one I can do more concept.
They've got do not disturb. If you put it on do not disturb, people don't call you. So call it do that. It's not Gambia, but so make life. I always tell you this. Respect them people should make a life. Then this life, then call to work on them and last set. How is he gonna know? Just send a message. When he's done, then he will know that this person and this person was literally watching me. Annoying. No, diga so be fum de ne here, so be ngeen ñoo jaxsi rek ngeen nekk di call rek. Endless call. The call unnecessary. Go level for big up my man, my last set. That is what all important. So guys, yéen a fi request Smalls wax naa leen artist boo leen request rek na isi ko Smalls. How are we?
Yeah,
Are we okay? Are we good to go?
I switched it to another. I'm gonna switch to another network, so
Okay,
Buguma call network.
perfect. So
But I might have some business.
yeah,
Like
okay. So
cancel
go
some
ahead.
contract.
You gotta go ahead from where you stopped.
Yeah, I was saying I'm kind of mad because soon generation, we kind of entrusted some people. I'm not like we believe them. I'm steering be, and they will probably do the right thing. You know what I mean? So lolu mota ñun si problem bi ni te and I understood ne bala ñun tam suñ generation am na lu mel nonu lu happen before
Foundation
ñun suñ
bila.
generation. Yeah. Yeah, so but I can only talk about Mansuma generation. So everything I said here is based on when I started and the people that I met who were there. You know what I mean? Like I said, the open mic was like a big force. But I'm kind of your trust guy. Okay, I'm the new I'm the time with you know kasi Barbie, you know Barbie, and they will kind of control it. You know, so man, so my belief was if these people really meant it and saying music be like I gum. Come man, small, ko gum because man, well, gum music be and Gambian music. Yeah, I understand. ñooñu noonu suñ ko gëmee woon noonu ay duñ doon am fakatalu yi nii yëpp duñ doon am système bu ees tamit. Yeah, I understand because soo ko bàyyee when the open mic era those people die out then automatically a new system moo set up. So daf den duroon ni comme suñ nguur bi rek yaa jame dem ñi ñëw toog ñoom tam ñu def lu leen ne keneen tam ñëw toog lu leen ne so ñun duñ musa am a structure or ñu fekk koo xam ne mu ngi fa koo xam ne yow da ngaa ñëw nga fekk ko foofu nga def moom lu nekk di def not ne da ngaa ñëw nga fekk lu fa nekk nga tas ko nga defaat loo bëggan so industry bi amul loolu it used to have that ñun time boobu noonu whatever we do xam ne dañ ko def ay du open mic bi so it's like we are under the open mic you know we are kind of under the open mic and they kind of rule the game for us, you know. In fact, so you so open mic because your artist be amulo value. So my take was these people were the right people, that they could have set it up for the young people because tangawa kuwali wahlele. Then no one open mic be they are business people, they brought in money, they invested and then they make the money so they can pay the artists and deflulan lolu fen la kuko wadanga fen walanga na manti small is a big lie. They didn't come with no blood clot money. Guy ñu ak Ben Halis. Yo, we make the money for them. We make the money from them. You know they them shows you know, we make the money for them and then they pay us. You know, so we munuta go and so the artists man from the very first day from the very first day I was there playing the open mic. I'm not lu ñu doon fay ak bum demee ba aga si yeneen level yi lu ñu doon fay. I know everything in and out. Kenn du ma mën a fena. But lu ma nekk di wax mooy dafa am benn structure boom create boo xam ne industry bi mu ngi ko doon follow artists yi ñu ngi ko doon follow means am nañ some kind of protocols yoo xam ne artist bi léegi dina ko follow soo nekkee artist first thing loo yoga mooy danga war a nekk si monthly open mic bi you know and then so bossé foofu noonu pam nga ñëw nekk si main open mic bi you know and radios yi noonu lañ la dee pigee so am nañ some kind of like a structure and ñooñu ñu ngi fa so man dama believe that if they were there structuring everything open mic am na ba jee at the end of the day all they could say is they paid us money and they give names to us def ñun suñ tur yi sign but that's not enough. You know, there should be more things. Muna nañu wanna am ay rehearsal center. Muna nañu am suñ own venue bu uti start bi. You know, they shouldn't leave the artists. Then use artists be why they should leave the artists in good positions. Nga am na artists you no. Dinañ mëna continue the def seen career. You know, and then monthly open mic bi boom stop it. Automatically young artists yi amatuñ ben place for xam ne foofu la ñoo dem pour toppa tànki ñoo xam ne ñu ngi fa woon so they start to grow wild they start to do ñoom tamit seen own groups seen own things so ñooñu tam start to get big on their own industry bi start di am division You know what I mean? The young people want to be bigger than the ones with Faneka already because they got the crowd. Artists instead of you doing the open mic, you would prefer to do the show your Kenna because your Kenna show the first show is like you fill the stadium up. So what will be the reason for you to go to play for the open mic who are not even paying you what they're supposed to pay you? Yeah, I understand. So automatically they see the open mic less of a value, you know? So su fekkee ne open mic bi amoon na value amoon na all those structures yu fa nekkoon da nga gis ne ñun artistes yi amuñ choice soo defee 1 million soo defee show boo xam ne 100,000 people ñëw sax da ngaa daw si ron open mic bi xam nga lu tax because it is there for the Gambians, it is with value moom moo nekk Summer Jam bi artist no big da ngaa play Summer Jam bi. Yeah, I understand. So this is how it works, man. Nii laa ko understand is international place yi yëpp so léegi lu mooy loolu die na out.
bàyyi leen call bi.
loolu die out boy waxal ma ose mu call ma bro. Yeah, wako mu call ko wako man si interview please. You know, so loolu boom die out ñoom ñëpp ñu génnee seen loxo bi si music bi so man I'm like okay we were here with you guys all you guys did tell us that okay lii dina baax dina cool su cool ñu yëpp si njëriñoo nii ak nii ñu yëpp dinañ am nii ak nii at the end of the day you got what you got and then you leave us stranded on the way man I always knew ne ñoom dinañ dem waaye ñun musiciens yi duñ mos a dem ñun dinañ continuer di def music but lu ma sad loo rek mooy you don't have to just make the money and leave. Then what's your purpose for the music? So I'm still asking these questions to like people like Wagan, people like X-Smash. Since the beginning. What was your purpose? What did you guys want us to be? You know what I mean? No more an intention, or they will say, okay, people will say, Bob, I'm not open mic be done. Nah, you're not open mic be done. That was your problem. That was your fault. You know, so let's collaborate one ak ñun. Naka lam fa war a demee ngeen yërëm ñu at the end of the day time bii nii kenn di ñëw sax di jump dafa am structure xale yëpp dañoo am structure ku nekk di nga jaar tanki T-Smalls then nga am time bii music union bi dina structure everything every other thing dina structure you know why because these are people who are responsible people these are people who dinañ génne ay sponsorship offices these are people who will go and stand si kanami baro mu déglu leen so you leave your kids who the people who make money for you who make you to be able to be financially stable as a person as a family person you leave those people stranded you don't do nothing for them of course the father can you know what I mean the father and then Sudan wait a minute I lose because ñun dañoo wéy benn tey xale yooyu noonu ñu understand dañoo ñëw ñu taxaw suñ kanam Smalls dina mag xale yooyu dinañ ko trust and Smalls dina toog mu defal leen lu right you know what I mean that's just how it's supposed to be so that's the reason why man I feel kind of disappointed see Gambian music this way because nit ñi duñ dee wax dëgga people don't say the truth you know nit ñi duñ dee wax dëgga what's the right thing so loolu it's more like we have so many young people in position so ñun tam balaa ñu ko gis seen time jeex na keneen tam witch hunting bi ñëw na sa kaw yow soo demee ba mag ba nga understand fekk keneen tam mu si position kooku tam du la bëgg a dégluwaate yow you know so it's more like how long is this gonna be going.
Smalls, you know, is really important, especially when you guys, your talent stays with you, regardless. Because mun ngeen a dem ba talk sax ne comme ni the artist do down you guys are thinking but if you have a body that is not well structured the body boobu dafa tas and Smalls this takes me back to a question related to Wassa Halat having to see Wassa Halat léegi nu nekk di demee from a big or big platform or big body boo xam ne annually ñu ngi joxe awards and is the only event buñ am bu dee jox artist recognize seen work during the year mu jox leen if you look at it right now Wassa Halat bi is literally man sometimes I said artist yi ñoo ko nekk di rey wala organisers of Wassa Halat ñoo ko nekk di rey yow as someone who have dealt with Wassa Halat nekk nga fa nekk si what's it called again beneen bu ñoom waagaan bi yow what do you see with Wassa Halat ak fan la nekk di dem at this moment.
I mean like I'll say first of all I'll applaud did not over applaud Sister Njai and then I think that she's been doing a great job. Definitely. Can do what Sister Njai is the industry and you don't say this you know I know yeah but come local where it's been there for a long time and it's been contributing to the industry. Whether it's that's just the fact, you know. But to be honest, if I can then ko buga oh yeah Gambian, then lulu passing na yo sa bopa leki. It's not about you anymore. And lulu mo fa nekut. Lulu is that's just it. That's just the problem. Should they make agasi level ne legi Gambian? Of course, New York then they start some platform me. At no cost, you can they start. But so I guess it's certain level like gain na sala. So if can Gambian in yoko neka do you. And so ege for definitely I'm the new then deserve for new at least come in on board. You know, nga andi guy on board to at least ligue a guy because the for them level bo hamna ligue neka to sala. You know, so what's a lot then you wanna involve more people see entertainment industry be especially because new industry num they do it they want to understand that new generation fofula dore you cannot start it from the born Africans you don't consider you as legends you they laid the foundation for us so soon they were like fofula muna dore it's in industry because see like a lot of things start to happen what's a lot boy one is sister njay man ma ko njeka jox microphone man meet these smalls I'm gonna understand so it's in our generation you know so I'm not they grow within the industry like it's like a music people or they are doing other things but they're still part of it. I'll give a typical example. Come somebody like Killer Ace, put him on board. You know, didn't have ideas. He knows a lot of young people. I'm the industry. I'm not in and out. I'm not known for them. You know what I mean? And they went on board. You know what I mean? Man suma boba, some man suma boba. You know what I mean? Because I feel like okay, what my boka si category say you know. But I feel like some input, munna help was a lot. You know, but for them to an extent, bohamne, the same thing. Look, that open mic. The Mokolan guy, stop using artists based on the hype. You know, the chemo hell leggy because so leggy cannot look the hell. You know, that's just how it works everywhere in the world. So go through understanding music. They don't shine, electro shine. What's constant is you being consistent. You know, you as an artist. So many even so consistent is the whole time. You know, so Lulu is not why Wasalat is more like okay. They are using this artist Purmuna Bill Wasalat crowd but at one point Gambia be Pamenko. So at this point, trialing and fair to everyone. Andy New Hamnasa, no. Nekun yo sister team but they have a role to play in the industry. Ngamna legi artists do feel fair out because the next role players you next industry be you participate. Then was halad dina gena broaden dina gena mak dan lum em. So lu de merlo artist yi moy ne okay at bi ñu jokk artist bi ni next year tamit ñu jokk artist bi ni next year ñu jokk artist bi ni. Lolu si voting everywhere is normal. While lu de gena merlo artist yi especially Manchuma experience. Wasahalat will not write to me when they need me. They will just do it. They will write to me when they feel like, okay, time be need nanko. Okay. They will not write to me soon feeling okay, soon go where time be the them say internet will chong and this will kind of create bo so I understand why Lulu you out.
Guys,
because at the end of the day, when I'm artist I'm iPhone.
Go ahead, Smalls, because he and on network we were having reception issue. Smalls I'm not solo top, and this is where I have so many artists here. They said the same thing that Small said. Ne was be fair wood. That this what ne fair wood is every artist waham and is a trend where it leads to many artists